If you're like me and live in a cold area, you know how important it is to stay warm during those chilly winter months. I'm talking about the kind of cold that makes you want to hibernate until spring. You know what I'm talking about, right? But here's the thing. Cranking up the heat can really put a dent in your wallet. And nobody wants to choose between staying warm and affording groceries, am I right? So, what's a frugal but freezing person to do? That's where I come in. Today, I'm going to share with you 5 tips on how to stay warm without turning your thermostat into a weapon of financial destruction. Trust me, your wallet will thank you. All right, let's kick things off with the basics, layering. It's the secret weapon against the cold, and trust me, it's more than just a fashion statement. You know the drill. Long underwear. Don't pretend you don't own any. Shirts, sweaters, and maybe even a thermal vest if you're feeling extra chilly. And don't forget the scarves. They're not just for show. They can make a huge difference in keeping you warm. It's like building a cozy little fortress around your body, one piece of clothing at a time. Each layer adds a new level of defense against the cold. Think of it this way. You're an onion, a fashionable onion, of course. Each layer you add is like another layer of skin protecting you from the harsh elements. Each layer traps a little bit of heat, keeping you nice and toasty. It's a yet effective way to stay warm without cranking up the thermostat. Plus, if you get too warm, you can always peel off a layer or two. It's all about flexibility and comfort, just like an onion. But instead of making people cry, you'll be making them smile with your stylish and practical approach to winter wear. Okay, maybe not the best analogy, but you get the idea. The key is to stay warm and comfortable, no matter how cold it gets outside. And the best part? Layering gives you an excuse to wear that hideous holiday sweater your grandma knitted for you. You know the one I'm talking about. The one with the reindeer that lights up? Yeah, that one. It's the perfect conversation starter at any holiday gathering. And who knows, it might even become a beloved tradition. After all, nothing says holiday spirit like a sweater that can double as a Christmas tree. But hey, if Grandma asks, you can tell her it's your favorite sweater. She'll be thrilled to know you appreciate her handiwork. Just try not to laugh when you say it. Embrace the layers, embrace the warmth, and most importantly, embrace the joy of the season. Next up, let's talk about curtains. No, not shower curtains. Silly. I'm talking about those fancy, heavy curtains that people put over their windows. You know, the ones that make your house look like a palace? Well, guess what? Those bad boys don't just look good. They're also great at keeping the cold out. It's like wrapping your windows in a big, fluffy blanket. A very stylish blanket, of course. Think of it this way. Your windows are like giant holes in your walls, letting all the heat escape. And nobody wants their hard-earned heat escaping, right? So, do yourself a favor and invest in some heavy curtains. Your wallet and your sense of style will thank you. Chapter 3. Draft Dodgers. Sealing up those sneaky leaks. Now let's talk about drafts. Those pesky little intruders that make your home feel like a freezer even when the heater is on full blast. You know those little wisps of cold air that seem to find their way into your house no matter what you do? They sneak in through the tiniest of gaps, making you wonder if your house is actually a sieve. They're like tiny ninjas of chill, sneaking in through cracks and crevices. You might not see them, but you can definitely feel them. But fear not, my friends, because I'm here to tell you that there's a way to defeat those drafts. It's not as daunting as it seems. It's time to break out the big guns, weather stripping, door sweeps, and maybe even a little caulk if you're feeling ambitious. These tools are your best friends in the battle against drafts. Weather stripping can be applied around doors and windows to create a tight seal. Door sweeps can be installed at the bottom of doors to block out drafts, and caulk can be used to seal up any remaining gaps. Think of it like this. Your house is like a ship, and those drafts are like leaks in the hull. If you don't seal them up, your ship is going to sink. Well, not literally sink, but you get the idea. If you don't take care of these leaks, your home will never be as warm and cozy as it should be. Plus, you'll be wasting a lot of energy and money trying to heat a drafty house. Okay, maybe not literally sink, but you get the idea. It's all about making your home as energy efficient and comfortable as possible. So do yourself a favor and give your house a thorough draft check. Walk around with a candle or a piece of tissue paper and see if it flutters near windows and doors. This will help you identify where the drafts are coming from. You might be surprised at how many little leaks you find. Even the smallest gaps can let in a lot of cold air. And once you've sealed them up, you can sit back, relax, and enjoy your draft-free home. No more shivering indoors, just pure, unadulterated coziness. Chapter 4. Hot water bottle. Your new best friend. Don't tell the dog. Alright, let's move on to something a little more cuddly. I'm talking about hot water bottles, folks. These little gems are often overlooked, but they can be a game changer. These things are like little miracles of warmth. Imagine coming home after a long, chilly day and having this warm, comforting presence waiting for you. You fill them up with hot water, stick them under your blankets, and boom, instant cozy. It's like having a pocket of summer in the middle of winter. I'm telling you, there's nothing quite like snuggling up with a hot water bottle on a cold winter night. It's like a warm hug that lasts for hours. It's like having a personal heater that you can take to bed with you. And the best part? It doesn't make any noise or take up much space. Just try not to get too attached. I know it sounds silly, but these things can become quite the companion. I mean, it's a hot water bottle, not a puppy. But hey, it can still bring a lot of joy and comfort. But hey, if you want to give it a name, I won't judge. Sometimes it's the little things that make the biggest difference. Just don't come crying to me when it springs a leak. Remember, it's still just a hot water bottle after all. But for those moments of warmth and comfort, it's absolutely priceless. Chapter 5. Cook up some warmth. It's like magic, but tastier. Last but not least, let's talk about cooking. Now, I'm not talking about whipping up a 5-course meal here. I'm talking about simple things like baking cookies, roasting a chicken, or even just making a pot of soup. You see, when you use your oven or stovetop, you're not just cooking food, you're also generating heat. And that heat, my friends, can help warm up your house. It's like magic, but with the added bonus of delicious smells. Plus, let's be honest, everything just tastes better when it's cold outside. So go ahead, indulge yourself. Bake that cake, roast that turkey, make that giant pot of chili. Your taste buds and your thermostat will thank you. Outro. Stay warm out there, you crazy kids. And there you have it, folks. 5 easy and effective ways to stay warm without turning up the heat and single-handedly keeping your energy company in business. You're basically a winter warrior now, battling the cold with nothing but your wits and a few household items. Give these tips a try, and let me know how they work for you in the comments below. I'm always up for hearing your stories, especially if they involve hilarious mishaps with hot water bottles or runaway cookie dough. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more tips and tricks on how to survive the winter without going broke. See you next time.